room full of gods. I'm in a 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 room full of gods. Breaking the mold, changing the code. We talk G, we the one being the R. God body on the way, kill the flesh.
What is written throughout this Bible is going to be for your profit, right? So going into the image of Christ, let's get that real quick. So we're going to get the image of Christ because you said, what about Christ? What was his image that you knew of it? You were salt by the mouth of other men, right? So that's going back to Proverbs 3:35. Whatever I feel like God or Christ is going to be this day, that's what he's going to be. And for the Chinese, he's Chinese. For the Japanese, he's Japanese. That don't make sense. Right. That don't make no sense at all, right? Because look at it like this. The overall objective, what they trying to do, they trying to change the message of the Black Messiah. Right. And he here to save his people. Because think about it like this. If Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was a white man, would they have the same message of trying to save black people in their time? They would? Now, I'm saying Martin Luther King Jr., you familiar with him, right? Malcolm X, right? They fought for their people, right? But if they were white men, would they have had the same message or same ideology? No, they wouldn't have the same message, right? Same thing they trying to do with Christ, right? Now they trying to say Christ is for everybody. Christ is not for everybody. Right. Christ is for the nation of Israel, right? That's why they changed his image. Watch this. We're going to show you this image, then we're going to show you who Christ came to save, right? Read that. Start verse 1.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
You hear that, bro? It said the revealing of Jesus Christ. You need to get this info too, bro. The revealing of Jesus Christ, right? Watch this, read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which will shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified by his angel unto, verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
It says Christ's head and hair, sis. You hear that? Christ's head and hairs was white like wool, which is describing the so-called black man today, right? Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eye was red as a flame of fire. Why? Because prophecy said Christ drank wine in moderation, right? What was his first miracle? Turning water into wine. And if you notice, anytime a black man get a taste of alcohol in his system, his eyes began to change to red, right? Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Brass. Christ's feet were as fine brass, right? What's the color of brass? Brown, right? Y'all understand that? Christ's feet were brown. And guess what? His feet matched the rest of his body, right? So that means Christ was a brown colored man. But watch this. As is what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. You burn anything in a furnace, it's coming out black.
Right.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what your Christian pals say. Whatever you put in a furnace is coming out black. Meaning what? Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Y'all understand that, so-called Christians? So let's get to it. Who?
I said, what it do, God? That's you.
Hey, all praise to the Father, bro. What's your name?
Queso.
Queso?
Yes.
All right, Queso, I'm Izrahiah, bro. So what's your nationality, bro?
What you mean?
I mean, when you go fill out a job application and they ask you, what's your race, what's your ethnicity, what do you put on that job application?
African American.
African American. You said that with so much depression, bro. So your spirit already knows something wrong with that, right? So who are you really according to the Bible, bro? Well, look over here. Look over here. You said African American, right? So we're going to do. Right here, it's a 12-tribe chart of the nation of Israel. In the Bible, God created 18 nations. But of those 18 nations, he only chose one, right? Chose one nation of people that he gonna call his own, right? And that's the Israelites, right? So you just identify yourself as African American, but the Bible said you from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Right? Very important tribe, right? So how do we know this? Okay, so how you think we know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, how you think we know that they fit these kids right here? What do you think? You think we pull it from the sky, Queso? No, we got it from the book. We got it from the Bible. So let us show you, bro. We're going to walk you step by step, and we're going to take our time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, right? So you familiar with Moses and leading the children of Israel out of Egypt, right? So we're going to start right there with that story of Deuteronomy 1:1. So you'll be tracking right with us, right? Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
Read.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
All who, Queso? All Israel. Queso, I appreciate you. Follow along, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. All Israel. But the important part is not only all Israel, but Moses spoke some words to Israel. Now we got to find out what are the words that Moses spoke to Israel, right? So we're going to jump right to it. Deuteronomy 28. Now, verses 1 and 2, I'm gonna give it to you. In verse 1 and 2, Moses told the children of Israel, if they keep God's commandment, that they will be a blessed people, right? So, a blessing and a curse. Is a blessing a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? What about a curse? Sometimes. I'll kind of go with you on that on a biblical standpoint, which we're going to show you later why it's a blessing, right? So now watch this. We're going to go to verse 15, jump right in the cursing. Watch what the words that Moses spoke to all Israel, right? Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass.
Moses said, but Israel, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native American, it will come to pass. I mean, it's going to happen, right? You follow me, Queso? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you would not listen, that's what hearken means. If you would not listen to the voice of the Lord your God, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So hold on. He said to observe, to do how many commandments, Queso? Huh? Did you get it? You could catch it? Read it real slow for him. Watch this. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To observe, to do how many commandments, Queso? All his commandments, right? But you know us black people, right? He said, we like to do what we want to do. We like to pick and choose or what make us feel good. But the Lord said, how many? How many commandments? All his commandments, right? Read that again, bro.
To do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses. Curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said all these curses, so it's gonna gonna come upon us and overtake us. Right?
Any kind of pressure, right?
Right.
You see that as you look around Montgomery today. We are destroyed people, right? So them curses apply to us. But let's see what the Lord say, right? Let's get verse 16. Read that.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So, Queso, look around Montgomery. What are some examples that you can give that shows that we are cursed in this city? This lovely city of Montgomery.
Lack of knowledge.
The who?
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge? Bro, you in the spirit. You know the Bible says that? Hold what you got and let's get that in Hosea. You in the spirit, man. All praise to the Father for that. You know what I'm saying? Lack of knowledge. That's one of the curses in the city. I'll give it to you. Let's start at verse 1.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Hear the word of the Lord who?
Children of Israel.
All praise, read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
For the Lord has a controversy against us. Right? Read.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Oh, what did he say? There's no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in this land. Right? Read on.
By swearing, and lying, and killing, and stealing, and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood.
Are these not the things that we do against each other? Let's read that again real slow.
By swearing,
and lying,
and killing,
Don't we do that to each other? We the only race in here with a high percentage of black on black crime. Right? Read on.
And stealing.
And stealing. Ain't that what we do to each other? Ain't that what we do to our brother? Oh man, he got on some nice J's right there, boy. He about to come up off them. Or what about the chain he got right in there? He coming up off that, right? It's not what we say. Because what you said earlier, there's no knowledge in the land, Queso. No knowledge of what? Of God, right? Let's jump to verse 6.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
He said, my people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. A knowledge of what? A knowledge of God and who they are as a people. Right? Drop that, hold the cursor. Let's go to Isaiah 1 and 3. No knowledge of God and no knowledge of self. Because, okay, so let me ask you like that. If you're African American, how are you going to live your life? As what? African American, right? So if I think I can be black as all day, but if I'm thinking I'm Mexican, I'm gonna live my life like what? A Mexican. Right. So these are all things that were taught us, because we can't find black or African American in the Bible. We can't find Mexican in the Bible. We can't find Native American in the Bible. But we can find the children of Israel in the Bible. Right? Everybody listed on this 12 tribe chart, we can find them in the Bible, bro. Right? So going back to Isaiah 1 and 3, watch what God say. No knowledge in the land of God and identity, God says it here through Isaiah. Watch this.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
He said the ox. Keep in mind the ox. Okay, so you with me? Watch this, read.
And the ass, his master's crib.
And the ass, a donkey, his master's crib, right? Read.
But Israel do not know.
But Israel don't know, and neither do they do what?
My people do not consider.
He said they don't even consider the fact or possibility that we could be the Israelites. We could be them people that the Bible is written about and written for, right? Why? Because we don't know who we are. Just imagine, he said, the ox knows his owner. A donkey knows his master crib. How do two dumb animals have remembrance of where they belong and we don't?
Right.
That's a problem, right? That's a problem, right, Queso? And you can look at it, look at our people, right? Our sisters trying to be like the white women, straightening their hair, bleaching their hair blonde. What's wrong with their natural hair?
Right.
Right? We've been destroyed, right? So going back to them curses, right? Let's go jump to verse 68. Let's get a little bit more history you might be more familiar with, right? So look at this chart right here. You familiar with what's going on in this chart, Queso?
A little bit.
What you know about it? Talk to me.
A lot of crazy stuff. Real.
A lot of crazy stuff. Do you believe that the Bible prophesied this right here?
Yeah, it prophesied that this year.
Say that again.
It prophesied that this year.
It prophesied this right here, the ship.
This year. On that, this year, on 3.
This right here is beyond this, beyond past this year. This is past. This is history, right? This was done to us before during the transatlantic sub-Saharan slave trade. This was roughly between the roughly 1800 time frame. So this has passed and then it's happened. But before that, when Moses was talking to the children of Israel, you safe out here with us, bro. We got you. We got you, bro. So Moses prophesied to the children of Israel in biblical times that this right here that happened in the 1400s up to the 1800s, that this was going to happen to them. What man can do that today? Can you do that? Can you make that prophecy and it happened years and years later? I don't think so.
I ain't gonna say so.
I don't think so, okay, so ain't no man walking the earth today got that spiritual ability, right? So watch this. We're going to show you what Moses said, the prophecy coming out of the Bible, right? Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So Moses was talking to who? The Israelites, right? Moses was talking to the Israelite. He said, the Lord is going to bring you into Egypt again with what? Let's read it again real slow. Watch this. Read that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord will bring Israel into Egypt again with what? With ships.
Right.
What group of people did this happen to in the world, Queso?
People that be lost but think they know.
People to be lost and think they know? What nation of people in America is lost?
Bring it out.
I'm lost but I know.
You lost? I'm glad you said that. You lost. So are the so-called blacks. The people that don't know who they truly are, I bet you the white man don't question his nationality.
Right.
He know he's from the Caucasus Mountain. That's why he got his name Caucasian. Japanese, Chinese, do they question where they come from? Do they question their history? They do not. They know.
Right.
They got their own land. They got their own. Right? But we question ours. So guess what? That prophecy that came to pass, that happened to us. That happened to so-called black people doing their transatlantic sub-Saharan slave trade, right? And you said something about being lost. Lost, right? That's us as a people, right? So what did Christ say about a certain people of lost people? What he was going to do for them? Do you know?
He said he was going set them apart and find them.
He gonna find them? Yeah, I can go with you on that. Well, let's see what the Lord say out the Bible about it. Read that.
Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep. The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Dang, Queso. He said them sheep lost. And he's only sent to them of the house of who? Israel, bro.
That's right.
Israel. That's why we out here, Queso. That's why we out here. We're going through the curses and showing you, hey, through these curses, this is the correlation between so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? This what make them the children of Israel. Because the fact that Christ said, I am not sent but to them lost sheep of the house of Israel. We're all one people, right? You see that? 12 tribes, Israel, we are all one people. Not everybody in the world. God only chose one nation of people, right? And that's Israel according to the New Testament, right? We can pull it in the Old Testament as well. Watch this. Let's get Amos. Let's get 3 and 1. Let's do 3 and 1. Amos 3 and 1.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Dang, that a word go again, Queso. O children of who? Israel. That's right, read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from you from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known.
You heard what he said? You only have I known. So what that mean for the other nations? He ain't got nothing to do with them, bro. No whites, no Japanese, no Chinese, no East Indians. If you ain't from this nation right here, God ain't dealing with you, right? He said, only you, only you. Why would you want to include everybody? Because just like that boat ride that they took over here, right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28:16. Just like that boat ride they took over here, right? What happened when they got off that boat? They were sold into slavery, huh?
Right.
Watch this. Read. Let's finish it out.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
The Lord said, we shall see it no more again. Representing what? We're not going to see the captivity in Egypt physically again, and we're not going to see our homeland again, right? Jerusalem, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
There where, bro? When we got off them ships in America, when we got off them ships in Haiti, Jamaica, Europe, Asia, wherever them ships docked for our captivity, we were sold. That's what happened to him. Right? That's what happened to her. That's why he got them whips on his back, bro. Right? Read on.
For bondmen,
slave man,
and bondwomen,
slave woman.
and no man shall buy you.
And no man is going to be able to buy us. Buy us is an old Quaker word, meaning no man is going to be able to redeem or save us, right? Because you familiar with Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King. They see the need for their people, right? But did they succeed in their need or trying to meet the need for their people? No, they was assassinated. But that part to be saved and redeemed is only meant for Christ, right? The real black Messiah, right? That's why it's important to understand the true image of Christ. Because if you look at it, what image of Christ did they give us in history?
Somebody that
White, with blue eyes and blonde hair. That crap ain't true. That crap is not true. We read out the Bible, Christ is a black man according to the scripture. And just think about it like this. You think the man that did that to my people, my father, my mother, my sister or brother, do you think that he's going to send somebody to save us? Just look at it now. What are they doing? Shooting us down in the street. Ain't nobody out here trying to save us, bro. Ain't nobody out here trying to save us from nothing.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.